Hey, very good evening to you traders. This is Mark. Welcome to the evening video. You know what? It's been a great day for trading. Everyone I've spoken to today has had a good day. I think it's just one of those days where the volatility is nice. It's not too aggressive. The levels are clear. The market's moving smoothly. And it was not unexpected because you had the draggy things everyone was waiting for. It was just a nice day to be a trader. Obviously, DAX is my friend at the moment, and we had that key level that we've had in mind for so long. I feel like I've been talking about it almost all the time. You know, this 10665 to 10675 range that we've had, we test, we fake through, and today we actually, whoopsie daisy, and today we actually got a breakthrough. When it reloads on me, we actually got a breakthrough. And let me look at a 1 minute. Good that it's loaded up at 1 minute, because that is what I was looking at today. So I was watching this draggy thing coming out, and I was obviously watching that big level, and we drove through it. I'm kind of in two minds here. I'm thinking, you know, we've tested this so many times. This looks like a good short. But I just held back because we just paused, and I just thought, you know, we're in a bull market. We faked out so many times. Just wait. You know, just wait. Don't take the short. And I waited. I didn't take the short. We started to push lower. We pushed this level here. We put in this little wick down here, which I like. You know, it's reasonable volume, reasonable length. And then 2 minutes later, we put this big solid candle in here, right? And at that point in time, I'm thinking, this is quite nice. I'm like this for a push back to that 10665 to 10675 level, because that's my thesis. I'm thinking we're going to push back to that at some point. I can't see us closing under that. Possible, of course, everything is possible, but you've got to make a framework around some sort of trading idea. So that's my idea. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to think if I can see some little bit of strength. Maybe I'll get long and I'll have to sell it there, or maybe I'll take a sell there. Anyway, I put an order in at 10665 with my broker, and it was about 2 minutes to 2. I remember the timestamp, thinking, okay, well, I'll work around that. It'll either be my exit for a long if I get in it, or I'll take a fresh short. I actually decided to go long at this point here. Now, you know, in hindsight it looks poor, but at the time it looked okay, because we'd put these wicks in showing that there were buyers. We put a good strong bar in that closed at highs. The next subsequent bar was again another hammer. So I just thought, you know, we're going to blast straight back up to there. I'm going to take a quick scalp on that, and I'm going to get out. And it didn't happen. We rolled over, and of course I've got to come out of it. I'm not going to sit through that, because, you know, when a key level like that's gone, you know, it's going to break. We talk about it holding below, and that's exactly pretty much what it did, and it rewarded the shorts. I think I was trying to be too clever with that one. But nevertheless, I had another go on this wick up back here when we started to hold above the lows, and that was a nice trade. It really pushed back up. I took it out a little bit early here as we pushed above this high, thinking we've come quite a way. You know, I don't want to be too greedy with it. And of course we then pushed up higher. And then I managed to get, this is just a bit of luck, because the broker's high point was 10667 point something or other. So I just about got a fill on that limit. And, you know, sometimes you have a little bit of luck. And of course I was out of the long by then, but I was happy to take a short because it's such a key level. And I just scaled it out into these lows. And actually, it was not a bad exit for my last. I only got a quarter of the position left because I closed so much of it as we'd gone low. I really thought that this was sort of one last flurry low before we'd drive higher. So I was a little bit concerned about it. So it was nice enough. You know, it was a nice enough trade, but it just got caught out early on. Let's move on to the yen. Pound yen. Pound yen broke this level, which was kind of interesting, because I was watching the US dollar yen and that really wasn't doing much, and then the pound yen just started to roll a little bit below that low, and it was, you know, it was okay. I tried it a couple of times to break down. It just wouldn't break. It wouldn't break. This congestion here was just so frustrating. I was just sitting with it, and then what often happens is you get that, you know, you get the little congestion at the bottom that tries to push up and then rolls over, and finally, you know, we got a break. And I think I was just so fed up with it by then. I ended up just taking a little 10-tick scalp on it because I was just annoyed with it. So it was a good day, nevertheless. A couple of losers in there, but overall not a bad. Just recap, my week trade is not looking so good. The swing trade that we talked about a few videos ago, I'm out of it, and I'm going to reassess because it's just not working. You know, just to put it bluntly, technically it did do what you expect it to do, you know, close above the 5 period, then close below it, but there's not enough meat in it. I was only using that as a guide anyway, and I'm just not going to sit with it. As you see, I've got a little line, and I'm going to wait for it to break before I get long anymore. What's happened to it? Has it got before I not long? Sorry, before I go short again, I'm going to wait for a break of here and then reassess. And if I miss it, I miss it. There's plenty of other stuff going on, but I think it's worth a watch because that was 10-year lows. So an interesting day, lots of stuff going on. Hope you guys had a great day too. I shall back with another video tomorrow. Good trading. Take care.